Hey guys, I'm at the workbench. I'm scratch building parts for the Lumina. The doorbell rings. I head to the back door, and on the doorstep is a package from Salvino. So our kit of the month has arrived. Let's take a look at it. Don't miss out on any upcoming content. Subscribe to the Hobby Dude 007 channel now, or this spider will dance across your next fresh paint job. Ah! No plastic insects were harmed during the production of this video. Several adults, however, should have been busted upside the head. Twice. Thank you for your support. Okay, guys, so let's get into this thing and take a look. I know this month's kit is a Cale Yarborough car. I'm a member of the Builders Club. And while I'm opening up here, if you're not a member of the Builders Club, you're missing out on some great stuff, guys. You get $30 worth of extra decals with the kit. You find out things early. You got access to the Wednesday night meetings. Really just a great, great club. You meet some great guys, too. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Junior Johnson Racing, Cale Yarborough's 1979 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Now, I'm in South Carolina, and Cale is from Timmonsville, South Carolina, which is in the low country, the lower part of the state, and I'm up in the upper end near the mountains. And even though we're South Carolinians, I've always liked Cale, but I never was a big fan. I was always the petty guy. And but you got to respect Cale. He was a fire hydrant full of dynamite. Just quite a guy, Oh, I hope the decals are on the bottom. This Bush car, I got to see in the pits up close several times, and I know that some of them, as I recall anyway, this particular car, I think, had the semi-gloss black interior. I could be wrong. It could be one of the ones with the red. You really can't tell here. But in 79 and 80, there were some of the cars, and I know the 442s did have the Oldsmobiles did have the red interior. In fact, I don't know that I saw one of those that didn't have the red interior. And I want to say this one, when I was in the pits, had the semi-gloss black. But you see that little red? I don't know if you can see that up close. Little red, little looking stripe right there. This one, I want to say somewhere in a picture, I've seen the Monte Carlo with a red interior. And when you think about that beautiful blue and that white with the gold numbers and the gold wheels, really was a beautiful race car. But let's get it out of the box here real quick. And I'm sure the decals, oh, yep, there they are. The extra decals. Throw that thing over there. Let's look at these extra decals first. And let's see what this month's, yep, there we go. This month's Salvino JR Models decal. I've got a full collection of these from when I joined. Every month you get one of these too. All right, let's see. We've got another set of Cale decals here. The Hardee's, the Rainier Racing decals that I just can't seem to get. There we go. That's for the Monte Carlo. And let me tell you, man, these are power slide decals, so you know, quality-wise, they're top drawer. They're top drawer. And there's your, that's the other thing. Whatever your kit of the month is, you get the set of decals in the box, and you get an extra set. Wow. Look at that. On that white car, with that beautiful, I hope you can see just how bright that blue is. And the gold 11s with the gold wheels, and I think with that red interior, this may be one I'm going to have to put on the list down the road to do when I get caught up. Yeah, that'll be in another lifetime, I think. But it's just a great looking car. And our other set of freebies, the Neil Bonnet Junior Johnson Budweiser number 12, the team car for he and Waltrip. I think this was in 86. I'm not sure. But a good looking car either way. And man, I've got decals running up my ears, and I don't know what it is about us with modelers, but we just never seem to get enough decals, do we, guys? All right, well, let's take a look in the box. I'll put these up in a minute. And like I had mentioned before, I try to save the box art by cutting. I try to leave the you know, somebody sent me in the notes in the comments one time that they cut it. I think they said they exit, that way you've got something to fold in and tape down. And you know, that's actually a better idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that this time. I actually have done it once, and he's absolutely right. But and just in review, again, the reason I do this, protect the box. In Toledo at the old fairgrounds, when they were doing, or not fairgrounds, but wherever it was, they were doing a show, and a guy was selling, sorry, I'm already knocking the camera around again, was selling vintage mint condition model car boxes, empty, but in absolutely pristine condition, and getting good money for them, pretty good chunk. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start preserving these boxes a little better instead of just ripping off all the cellophane off. All right. I remember back in the 80s hoping some model company would do one of these, and then we have the resins out there too. Check that out though. Jim with Salvino's did just an absolutely outstanding job with this thing. Beautiful race car. Look at that little flare out there just a little bit. Good looking race car. Great windows. Those awesome Salvino tires. And this is pretty much the same chassis that we've kind of gotten used to. But a great kit. Great kit. Roll bars, hood, firewall. And this is the other thing I really like about this. You notice the two rear bumpers and the two front bumpers. Hold on just a second. I'm going to show you something specifically. It's kind of hard to see in this. And it wants to fight with me. Oh, I see. Anyway, okay. You notice the round headlights, the early Monte Carlo, the round headlight there, and then you've got the latter before they went to the downsized cars. The first petty car I ever saw had the round headlights, and there are a number of these kits that have them, but isn't this something? They had the foresight to go ahead and think about that stuff. Cool stuff. That awesome Salvino's chrome, and as you see there, you've got a couple different front ends. A great instruction sheet. You know what, while we've got this instruction, and there's your set of kit decals, and then you have those spares, and the other thing in there is just a little brochure about the Builders Club that we talked about. And I want to see what this says about the chassis, if they went with the red and the instructions with this one, or if they say, I don't see it, or the semi-gloss black. To be honest with you, either one's going to look great. Well, I don't see it, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I don't see it, but either way, I think you're going to be just fine. Plus wide. Well, I guess it would help if I read the instructions. We're real men. We don't need instructions. Very comprehensive. Very good job on those two. Let's put our decals, our kit set back in there. But there we go, guys. Thought I'd share that with you. I was excited about it, in that like I said, I've got some close-up, first-hand looks at this car, and I tell you, up close and in person, it was a really good-looking race car. And again, I think if you did the red interior, which I think if I do one, I would do that, because it just really sets it off with those gold wheels and that bright blue and white body. Good looking car. Good looking car. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for stopping by and sharing this with me. I was a little excited about it. Of course, I get excited anytime I cut open any model. So, guys, have an awesome weekend. I'm going to get back on this Lumina right now. Thanks again. If you're not a subscriber, bounce over, hit that sub button, hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And God bless, guys. I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.